Hey, we're here. We're here. It's been a while, right?
We survived the hurricane.
We survived the hurricane. That was a mess. Um, so we are here. The dog is playing with his toy, of course, every time we get on here. Hey, Anthony Simone. Hello. He has been laying around all day, you guys, this dog, and now all of a sudden it's playtime. Hey, Cynthia. Hello. So we just had the Hurricane Helene that came through here. I'm gonna start crying. We have seen some devastating stuff around here. Literally, like 3 blocks from us is all houses that flooded and stuff. People's stuff is on the curbs. And hey, Sin. Okay, now I know who you are. Thank you. People's stuff is on the curbs, and it's very heartbreaking. And then we're watching all the North Carolina stuff. So keep everyone in your thoughts and in your prayers. I mean, we just drove around Sunday, and it's
pretty bad. A lot of furniture and
moving trucks, people moving stuff out of their houses.
But then the folks that really got devastated are the people that are close to the coastal line. Mm-hmm. Those are the months in which their homes got wiped out. Yeah. Because it was just unprecedented flooding that caused all kinds of structural integrity issues on the home itself, to the point where they can no longer stay there. It's condemned.
Yeah, and it's just not, they're really showing more places that are on the beach, but Tampa is like a
peninsula.
A peninsula, so it's surrounded by water. It's just not the beach. There's inland areas that are on the bay, and all of those houses as well have been damaged. So
they also got flooding too, yeah. But I would say like more so in the lines of like all their interior contents got damaged, like their furniture and whatnot, which is still pretty devastating. It's still costly.
So we are there's 3 or 4 evacuation zones. It goes A all the way up. We are literally right on the line between A and B. So we go around the corner and it's A, and you can just see all the flooding and the stuff. So, but anyhow, keep all of those people in your thoughts and help in any way that you can. But we are here to talk about the Utopia of the Seas. It's been almost 2 or 3 weeks since we've been back, and we haven't really talked about it.
We just been so go.
We have. After that, we had Disney for a weekend. Yeah. We've got some issues going on with the dog, and he actually is getting teeth cleaning and a little bit of some teeth surgery next Tuesday. So we will not be live next Tuesday night. We'll be cuddling with him, and I will be a nervous wreck all day next Tuesday.
Oh, folks.
And it's Danny's birthday next Tuesday, so he's in for it.
Thoughts and prayers. Reserve some of those thoughts and prayers for me, because
and the dog.
I'm gonna. There's gonna be some drama I'm gonna be dealing with this one right here, and the dog,
and the
teeth pulling, because you know he's 13 years old. He's getting up there in age. His kidneys is somewhat questionable. And look, she's already flaring up. But the thing is, the vet seems quite confident that this is a good thing to do for the dog, pulling the teeth out, because it might help with the bacterial infection that might be going through his blood. They might be doing something.
I just get nervous that they're putting him under at this age.
It is. He's such a small little frail dog. He's 5 or 6 pounds. He's up there in age. You're kind of thinking to yourself, is it wise to put them under like that? But I feel like it's for the best.
So anyhow, that's what all we have going on here. It's been
stay tuned,
2 cruises, Disney, a hurricane,
yeah.
And now we've got the dog drama, and we got Danny's birthday. So
I'm way at the bottom of that totem pole. I don't have to worry about that. I keep telling her every year for my birthday, all I want is a pizza pie with a candle on it. That's it.
Oh, well.
Well, she's not going to do that now.
So let's just come over and say hi to a few people that we've got. We got Anthony Simone. Hello, Anthony. And we got Sin in the house. Hello, Sin. And we got Carmelyn. Hello. Hello. And we got Will G. And then they're all saying happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you.
And fur babies are important, Sin. That is correct. So anyhow, we are here to talk about Utopia of the Seas. So how did you like the Utopia of the Seas?
I liked it. I liked the trip overall. I think, Will Armstrong is right. It was a bit on the pricey end.
Okay.
But, we paid a premium price to experience something brand spanking new. We were in the inaugural season, so I'm like, okay, it could be justified. That being said, it's a pretty decent experience.
And would you book the Utopia of the Seas again?
If it were at the right price point, because I do think that, Bill's, hammered that detail right. He was right on the money there, where if you compare it to other Oasis class ships, especially the ones you see up here in this poster, you can book those at a cheaper price, sometimes even half the price rate. Then you go into Utopia. Utopia doesn't really have anything that special to really differentiate it from the other Oasis class ships, minus minute things like, slightly different layouts and different decorations, but that's pretty much it.
So I felt, so we have been on the Allure of the Seas, which is an Oasis class ship. And we have been on Oasis of the Seas. Now, granted, Oasis of the Seas we went on before the revamp, so I don't know how it is now. But after being on Allure, this is very similar.
Yeah.
There was maybe a few. We had the railway.
Yeah, the specialty restaurant, which Allure doesn't really have.
Right, and then it had
the weird layout of the buffet, which is
and it had the pesky pelican or pesky parrot, which Allure does not have. I believe Utopia is the only cruise with that.
And is that the country food style food, like the
mason jar.
The mason jar had that.
But Wonder of the Seas has that. But we haven't been on Wonder.
And I want to say it also had a very interesting layout on the Lido deck, where it had 4 main areas containing each one pools, not counting the solarium, which was big in of itself too.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that's going forward. That makes it almost a little like Icon of the Seas, a little bit, but not too much.
So I don't want to veer off track here, but Icon to me, we haven't been on Icon, but looking at a lot of the videos, it has a lot of celebrity and royal mixed together in one ship. Is the way I look at Icon.
The way that they kind of pitch it is it's like a water theme park on a ship, right? It has a lot of water-based amenities with the different neighborhoods, purposely designed that way. But Utopia doesn't seem like that.
No, Utopia is just your basic
Oasis
class. It has the boardwalk. It has the Central Park. The only thing they really changed in Central Park, I thought, was the they have the sushi takeout, and Izumi is a lot larger. But everything else to me seemed the same in
almost
Central Park.
Thing,
they didn't have Giovanni's, and they moved that out and moved it on the second floor, or not second, but above somewhere.
But that's the thing. We have some past experience of going to Oasis class ships and even quantum level ships, right? Pretty large ships. We're kind of used to it. We're kind of spoiled. So keep that in mind. If you never encountered an Oasis class ship, it is still worth your money to go on any of the Oasis class ships, including Utopia of the Seas, because there's so much experience.
And I would say, if you have never been on an Oasis class ship, I would not do Utopia for your first. It's too quick. It is way too quick.
You're talking about a 3-day, 3-day trip.
A 3-day trip.
If they offer longer, then consider.
Or even the 4-day. I wouldn't even suggest a 4-day. For an Oasis class, for us, yes, because we've already experienced a lot of what Oasis has to
That
offer.
is true. Like if it's your first time as Oasis, I could see that.
Yes,
like
I would not.
5 day, maybe more.
I would
around
definitely
there.
do
Like
a
full
7 day for a full.
Yeah, full week for sure. Because then you can take your time and you're not so panic rushed.
Because we've been on Oasis before and we were rushed for everything. I felt like
even I had to like yank her away from some of the other huggers.
And we have never
experienced other parts of the ship.
We always sorry, I have some work things I'm looking at. So we have always eaten in the main dining room.
Right.
We never ate dinner in the main dining room on Utopia.
And
that
I
is
didn't
how
really
busy
complain.
it was.
I actually kind of like that.
I would have liked to at least have gone one time, but we didn't have time. Like literally, it was show to show to show.
Yeah, they were back to back, or there's some other event, or you got to enjoy some amenity, but they're going to close early, so you got to rush and go in line.
It was very rushed. Now we did the 3-day. They're offering a 3-day, and then they're offering a 4-day.
Yeah,
they're going to the same ports. You just have a sea day is the only difference on the 4-day.
Yeah,
but we were rushed. There was no sitting down for anything. Hey, Sin says I'm looking into Wonder. Okay, we have not done the Wonder yet.
Now her parents have, and they hated it.
Hey, PK Adventures. Well, I'm going to tell you, they probably will not like the Utopia either, because it's the same problem as Wonder, is the smart elevators. The smart elevators took forever. People did not use them correctly. So like if there was 2 of us, and I'm guilty of it because I didn't realize it until later on. But if there's 2 of you, you're supposed to press that button twice. If there's 5 of you, you're supposed to press it 5 times.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
so
how
counts
it's supposed
the
to
number
work.
of folks. Oh, okay.
So those elevators were going, it took forever to get an elevator. It was crazy. They were supposed to be smart, and they were not smart at all because people weren't using them correctly. They don't give you the proper instructions.
I think it's the algorithm assuming it didn't take the human factor into consideration.
Yeah.
People were just pushing the buttons, and then they're like, oh no, I can't wait for this, and then they walk away,
or they would hop in the elevator that just came, that wasn't their elevator,
and then suddenly it's screwing up the algorithm, thinking like, oh, wait a second, my plan was to queue you with these other people in this cart, but then you already left, so we just stopped for nothing.
Correct.
Wasting time. Yeah, okay, fine. But I think maybe over time they're able to maybe make certain tweaks to that with the software, maybe.
Yeah, I think they need to relook at the algorithm of the Hey PK Adventures, welcome in. And Scrow's Nest. Happy birthday, Danny.
Thank you. Well, it's not my birthday yet.
And we've got Shantirement. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in a while, Shantirement. How are you guys doing?
Oh wow, it's been
yes, it has been a minute. Well, we haven't been on here in a minute either. Warmstrong, hey. And Controversial, hello. So, all right, so we never got to the main dining room because it was just so busy. But we did do the first day, we did do the buffet for lunch.
Now, what are your thoughts of the buffet? Just that alone.
So that buffet was a little different. Yeah. They make it look bigger, but it's not bigger, it's smaller. It's definitely smaller. Well, it was a little more congested, I thought.
They kind of mirror it, right? It's a buffet that has the same stuff both sides, the East Wing and the West Wing of the Windjammer. It's U-shaped, which means that it actually cuts across that gap that overlooks the carnival area, which is kind of interesting. But yes, it seemed like it was a smaller food stations. That's what you're getting at.
It was, and the first day was really good. The first day was good for the buffet, and then it just went downhill after that.
You think so? You're talking about the shrimp and
all just the variety of the food, everything. The taste of the food was not that good after the first day. It was kind of bland at that point.
Really? I thought it was okay.
I enjoyed it. So, and the other thing I didn't like about the buffet was the bar. The bar was way over by the entrance when you come into the buffet.
Well,
after you get your food and you want to drink, you have to walk all the way back to the entrance. It should be back in the center where everything else is.
I would say the bar service in general throughout the ship, all the bar areas
was very slow.
They were very slow and was not consistent in mixing the alcohol into the drinks. Right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you would order one alcohol be fairly strong, another one would be fairly weak, and it just seemed like they just lacked more experience.
Well, there was one time I was in the solarium, I had to wait 15 minutes for my drink after she took my drink order. It took 15 minutes for my drink.
Yeah.
So I feel like the bar service on this, even in the schooner, whatever it's called, they had 3 bartenders in there, and it still took 10 minutes to get a drink.
Yeah, even in what about that parrot, that robotic parrot?
They were pretty quick in there.
They were pretty quick. That was like the place to go for a drink, but
they were overstaffed. They were overstaffed in there. They had people kind of just when we were there.
But was it worth it, right? Was it worth it to wait in line and get all that stuff?
Yeah. No.
And to see the robotic parrot, it was a bit gimmicky, like
And they made you feel like you were kind of like on an island.
On an island, which is like, but wait a second, I can just walk outside because we're already in the Caribbean. So why repeat that atmosphere again? But okay, fine. It's okay to do once.
So one thing we did learn on this cruise is I hardly ever bid on a room. Well, I bid, which was stupid because we were never in the room to really enjoy an upgraded room. But I bid on the room, and we ended up with an ocean view room because we won the bid.
Yeah, we started off with an interior stateroom. Mm-hmm. You really wanted a balcony.
I really wanted a balcony.
Because you kind of fell in love with balconies.
But then again, we were never in the room.
We were never in the room because I knew this trip was going to be go, go, go with not only having just 3 days to enjoy a massive ship, but then on top of that, we also were traveling with a bunch of vloggers in a larger group. There's going to be all kinds of things to want to do outside of the stateroom. Mm-hmm. But you managed to procure that ocean room. What are your thoughts of that ocean room?
I liked it. At first, I was nervous because it was on the 3rd floor. So I thought we were going to be really close to the water and I was going to freak out.
Yeah, a little claustrophobic a little bit.
Yeah, but turned out I actually liked the ocean view. Yeah. The only thing I did not like was you couldn't walk outside and kind of see like how the temperature felt or whatever. You just had
right. You didn't have the wind into your face because you couldn't open anything up. But I have to agree with you. I was surprised that I ended up liking the ocean view as well, to the point where I'm like, I'm pro ocean view now. I kind of prefer an ocean view over the other 2.
So, and just to give you guys a hint about that, I'm not going to announce the cruise that we booked, but will be another week.
Spoilers.
But he had me get the ocean view.
I did. I was like, it was like a few bucks more.
Normally he's an inside guy.
Yeah, normally I'm being frugal about this.
He was like, no,
like find the cheapest option. But then when I found the ocean view, I'm like, oh yeah, upgrade it because I saw I immediately understood the value of it. I'm like, all right, yes, do it. What I liked about the ocean view was it let a lot of light into the stateroom, but make the stateroom appear larger. Plus, with the layout of the room, the bed was right next to the window, mm-hmm. which made it allowed me to be able to see outside while laying down and relaxing on the actual bed. Usually with balcony-like layouts, the bed is further away because you have the couch, you have a chair, and whatever the heck they call that little area with the mirror. That was in between the bed and the balcony. But
so he kind of could wake up, right?
Like I was right there.
He was right there,
and I was able to spot the boats driving by, or islands, or birds. When we were leaving Perfect Day, we saw the pilot boat.
Mm-hmm. We saw the whole thing, how the pilot jumps on and off,
and the pilot just jumped off one ship to the boat, and we saw it live in our porthole, tiny little show for free.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, sneak peek, we did book another cruise. We'll announce that coming soon, and it's not on Shipmates, so you don't need to go look.
Spoilers, don't give any more hints.
Yeah. So, all right. So you like the ocean view.
I like the ocean view.
And
I was a little disappointed about the USB ports. I was hoping a bit more throughout the stateroom. But besides that, it was okay. The AC, was it all right?
So we had some issues with our room. Let me just hop over. Some people have come in here. We have Eddie. Hello, Eddie. Hello. Crossover Paranormal Society. Thank you for coming in, and hello. And we got KB in the house. Hey, KB. And we got Danny D. Hey, Danny D. And all right, so the room. So the AC, I had turned all the way down, all the way.
Yeah, like to the lowest setting.
And this one never gets hot. He is always freezing.
I'm always freezing. I'm the one that usually have to wear a jacket into bed.
Our room was so warm, it was not even.
Yeah, funny. I was like waking up in sweat.
Yeah, it was hot. It was hot.
You know, I had to strip. And normally, I don't strip during those hours. I reserve that for other parts of the ship and not in the stateroom, but I had to strip in the stateroom.
It was hot. We never saw our cabin guy. Never saw him, so I couldn't even complain to him about it.
Once we saw him, he kind of like forced his way into our door.
But that was the first day, so I never saw him after that.
Yeah, he kind of asked us like, when do you want me to clean your room? And that's pretty much it. We never saw him again.
But other than that, the room was nice. That was my only complaint. There was USBs next to the bed.
Yeah.
So that worked. There was a couch, like he said, plenty of room.
Plenty of room, lots of light, which I liked. And we just definitely enjoyed that window.
Yeah.
You know? What about the location of that stateroom to the ship? It was kind of weird to get to, right? The layout. Remember? We got lost getting there the first time.
Oh yeah, there was like
it was just hard to navigate.
Yeah, the room was hard to find the first day.
You got to go through these elevators next to the main dining room area, but then once you do that, you have to go through this hallway, which exposes you to another interior area of the ship, and then it forks off into the different sides of the ship. And we always got confused of which side it was.
But I will say our room was conveniently located near a dining room. That was the first thing.
Yeah.
And so we went to a dining room for breakfast one morning. And we were literally on the same floor as the gangway.
Yes.
So when we were in port, we didn't have to go anywhere. We were right there at the gangway.
Deck 3? I think we're in deck 3, yeah.
And so, and our room keys were kind of a little different. They were the purple color scheme. They're not your normal Royal Caribbean.
They're the
So
pink,
that was kind of cool.
Which goes with our color scheme, with our channel, pink blue. So I don't know if RC paid attention to this channel, be like, make that shit look like Destination Fun.
So yeah, we were right by the gangway. And then what I liked too, speaking of the gangway, is when you came back from port, you didn't have a million people waiting for the elevator.
Yeah, we didn't have to worry about that.
No, there was an escalator.
Oh yeah.
So everybody would just go up the escalator. You didn't have to sit there and wait, because most ships you come back from the ports and you're sitting there waiting for an elevator to get upstairs. This had an escalator.
Yeah, we took the escalator, but the thing is, we were quite close to the embarkation floor anyway. So it was quite convenient for us.
Yeah. You know? So we really liked that floor. At first, I was really nervous about being on floor 3.
But what about the movement of the ship? Did you detect any rocking back and forth?
No, but I will have to say our room was so close to the water, you could hear it hitting the bottom of the boat.
And I kind of like that.
Yeah, because it kind of felt like you had a balcony with the door open.
Yeah. If we're any higher, then you wouldn't sense that at all. Any of the higher decks.
Hey, the Bud Files. Thanks for coming in.
We were so low that you can actually see the waves.
Bill's reminding everyone, hit that thumbs up. Thank you so much. Chris Ellis, thank you so much for coming in. Have I checked our offers for celebrity?
Hey now. Hey, spoilers. Spoilers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I thought I didn't feel the ship rock at all, right?
Mm-mm.
Stable. I liked how low we were because we saw the waves. So that's the stateroom. Bottom line, would you book it again? That stateroom.
I would book that stateroom, but they would have to lower the price. I loved Utopia, but I thought it was a little pricey for a 3-day cruise
Yeah.
for something you can get on the Allure for the same thing.
Or another cruise line and it'd be
Mhm.
much cheaper.
Yeah.
So back to the food. I'm surprised that you said that you didn't enjoy the buffet in the other days. Really?
Mm-mm.
Because they seem to have a very large variety of food throughout the other days.
They did, but they weren't. It. I don't know. I just feel like it.
You know why? Because you keep comparing it to Celebrity.
Maybe.
Celebrity had spoiled you.
Maybe.
And that's justifiable because celebrity food is, oh my god.
I do like though. Utopia did have a charcuterie station every day.
That's true. They had a charcuterie. Well, that was right up your,
Yeah.
even that up my alley. I was like, oh man, sun dried tomatoes. Yeah, it's eating that with all kinds of different cheeses that I couldn't pronounce. I don't know. I thought it was okay. They even had a noodle station. You didn't like that?
Why they don't have an right? It's very brilliant, right?
An escalator?
Yeah, brilliant. Then people don't tell #spoiler.
That's right.
I
Hashtag
knew
spoilers.
It might not be celebrity because we might have booked 1, 2, or maybe 3 cruises.
That's enough.
That's another episode.
You're gonna give the answer. Yeah, let's just put it this way. We got two really great deals.
Hey, Jennifer from Embarkation Nation. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, so that was very smart that they do have an escalator. So I'm hoping most cruise lines after this catch on to that, because then you're not waiting 10 minutes for an elevator with a million people.
Yeah. All right, so there's that. Now back to the food. We also ate at the Solarian Bistro. What are your thoughts there?
So I was blown away by the Solarian Bistro because we had a Solarian Bistro on what was it? Quantum Ovation of the Seas, which is a quantum class.
Yeah.
And they had a Solarian Bistro. Nothing like that.
No, I want to say like
it was a totally different vibe. The bistro food was different.
On Utopia, there's no other bistros out there in any of the other royal ships like
we've had
that we've been on. And we've been on quite a few RC ships.
I would have eaten there every night.
It just seemed like, when we walked in, I was like, did we accidentally walk into some premium restaurant?
Right. And it was the last night that we discovered it, which sucked because I would have eaten there.
It was so nicely decorated, nice chairs, very laid back atmosphere.
Tablecloths,
and everything was tapas style. It wasn't really like a buffet because other bistros are like a buffet.
It had everything like laid out on the plates already. You just walked up and grabbed the plate. It wasn't like you had to touch
and then you had waiters and waitresses, serving you drinks and picking up the plates.
And the desserts station, they had a bunch of desserts, but then they also had a make your own crepes. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was cool too. So that was really nice. I'm hoping they don't change their minds and start charging money because I could see people paying.
Yeah, it was good, and it was free.
Nice. And the food was pretty good quality food.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like vegetarian and stuff. They had some vegetarian options too. What else? So we ate there. We ate that. We didn't really try the Lido Deck outdoors fast food. The little food trucks.
The food truck. We walked by it, but we did not eat there.
We did not eat there. It didn't really look too appetizing anyway because the food was left there for a while and they looked a little dry. What else?
So let's talk food. We had the other food thing. We went to the railway.
The railway. Yeah.
We paid $140, $160.
We paid a lot more.
I don't know. A person. It was crazy expensive.
It was ridiculously expensive.
It was all right. it was one and done for us. We wouldn't do it again.
No.
It was an experience. Now I would have done it for the $75 or whatever it was, but for what we paid, it was not worth it.
Look, compare it to Space 220 at Disney. Better or worse?
Worse.
Yes, I agree with you.
I'd say worse. The food, though, the way they presented the food was good.
The food presentation was good because it was all based off of a Western theme. For example, chicken nuggets were actually decorated with little flakes of gold, and came into this nice little cart as if it were like mined out of a out of a tunnel. You had your empanadas themed all Mexican style. You had those initial appetizers. I forgot what they were. They're like chips and whatnot. They were like cowboy hat shaped little appetizers.
I don't remember what they were called.
But bottom line, I like the presentation of it. However, when it comes to the food quality in of itself, it was like the level that you expect at a main dining room.
And then there was a show that they did. They did a show while you were eating.
There's the show in and of itself.
It was a little cheesy.
It was very cheesy. I felt like it was aimed at children. But the thing is, do you really want children to be confined in a very tight space?
No.
In a train car, because you literally are eating inside a train car
with like 25 people.
So that's why they can only allow only a certain amount of people in, and that's why the reservations really sell out extremely quick.
Yeah, so we wouldn't do that again. Next time we did,
it was really cool looking out the windows, the virtual windows, and they had monitors, but it was laid out in a way so that made the illusion that you were actually taking a train ride.
It's kind of like a ride you would do at Disney.
Yeah, like a train ride in Disney. You felt it move. The train cart actually shook. So that part was really kind of cool. But I was quite turned off by the fact that when you looked outside, the graphics appeared worse than a game console system. Like you can't tell because you're not a gamer, but I'm a gamer. I'm always staring at other graphics and whatnot. And I wasn't really impressed by just the way they rendered it. It didn't look photorealistic. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like bushes would suddenly appear and disappear. Trees would be rendered in a very weird way. You hardly see people.
It was like you were like in the Midwestern town.
Yeah, and you would see wildlife like buffalo and whatnot, but they kind of look kind of funky, like a true animal shape. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like they could have done more when it comes to the graphics. That's just me. Why half-ass it, right? If you're going to spend so much money on the atmosphere of it and giving these people scripts, the costumes were spot on, right?
Yeah.
The decorations were spot on. Everything was spot on. It looked all completely realistic. But then when it comes to the actual windows and actual animation, like go half-ass on it, and end up really just ripping you out of the illusion.
Watch your language. We're kid friendly.
All right. Just passionate about my railways.
Jennifer says it was called Spare Tire. Yes, the little food truck thing was called Spare Tire. We didn't try any of it. And agreed, Danny. Very poor graphics.
Yeah, they need to, upgrade it.
So
buy some graphic cards.
Spare Tire was up by the pool, and it was just like a little food truck kind of thing, and it had prepackaged like snack food, like pizza rolls and I don't know. Yeah. But anyhow, so speaking of by the pool, this sail away party.
Oh, the sail away. Forgot about
that. The sail away party.
That in of itself could convince me that the price was worth it.
What? Really?
That thing was so insane and over the top energy. Now the thing is, I think we probably lucked out because after talking with the Embarkation Nation, and they were at the 4-day leg of the tour, they seemed like
the 4-day was more family. We were more weekend partiers,
So maybe it was just the right combination of the crowd, and maybe it was just the right.
It was a sail away party.
It was over
that has never on any royal ship we have been on.
Carnival ship,
nothing like that.
Carnival ship, because carnival ships, you carnival goers, you go awfully crazy. You know how to shake it. You know how to throw down when it comes to partying, especially when it comes to sail away parties. But it did not compare to the sail away party that we
on
experienced.
any royal
And we're talking about high energy, right? We're talking about like the entire Lido deck, just everyone dancing, which is rare to see, right? Because usually
and it was weird seeing I guess he was the cruise director. Is that?
Yeah. What was his name?
Usually
Ricky?
on Royal, you never see them walking. I mean, I
there.
saw him everywhere.
He was
dancing. Saw him in the stairwell one day. We saw him everywhere.
Yeah, that guy was hustling. They had and he had his little, I guess they were his assistants or whatnot. They had the little champagne gun, shoot champagne in people's mouths. And they were encouraging other people to dance and learn the routines. And they were doing this over the pool, which I thought was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it.
And they did a sail away party for every port that you left. I mean, the Port Canaveral one was the big sail away party.
Yeah, that one was the big over the top.
But they also did them at everyone. But you usually on Royal hardly ever see the cruise director. Maybe in the shows at the beginning.
Or even worse, like compared to Celebrity and the sail away parties, which are like non-existent.
Yeah, this was over.
They're like a funeral when it comes to Celebrity. But this one was insane. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep that and maintain that. So don't expect that when you book Utopia again or for the first time that you're going to encounter a brilliant sail away. We're just describing our experience. You were quite surprised.
I don't know if it's just because it's the inaugural season.
It could be the inaugural. It could be the combination of the weekend party crowd. It could have been because of this Ricky or Nikki person, whatever his name is.
Jennifer said they saw him everywhere. And she said, I feel like it was more hype than a carnival sail away. Yeah. And we noticed they did like pre-sail away pairs also with the champagne. So the second one, they did the same.
Okay. The same thing. Even the DJ, she was picking music that was just, it was still like typical sail away music that you've heard 1,000 times before, but it was just the right kind of songs. They had the right kind of high beats, high energy, all kinds of positivity everywhere. And it just caused everyone to just want to dance.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So that was a different vibe on this ship than any other. So that I will give that for the Utopia. That was a little different.
Yes. What do you think about the music overall throughout the ship?
It was good. It was good.
It was just a lot of music blasting.
It was very loud. And I will say even the shows were very loud.
Yeah.
Than the normal.
Yes.
Royal, Aqua show or whatever.
Oh, you want to get into talking about the shows now?
Sure.
All right. So we, I think we attended all the shows, right? Did we? We probably missed parts of the theater one.
We missed the end of the theater and because again, the shows overlap.
They overlap way too close to each other. So
you had to be. Hold on, before we get into the shows, you had to be there 15 to 30 minutes before to get a seat. Yeah. So even if you had a reservation, because if you weren't there with the 15 minutes before it started, they gave up your seat. So that's one thing I did not like about this ship because everything was back to back.
Yes.
So we did not even get to see the end of the theater show because we had to be at the Aqua show 30 minutes before to get a good seat.
Yes. And then on top of that, all of them are at night, which is when people like to eat dinner. So
yes. So that's why we never went to the main dining room.
If you do have reservations for the main dining room, there's a high probability it's probably going to overlap in one of the shows. All right. First off, the ice skating show. What are your thoughts about that?
I loved it. I loved the ice skating show. There was also, I don't know if you guys watch her, but Jordan Bosch. She is a YouTube vlogger.
Yeah.
She is a professional ice skater and she works the ice show on YouTube. Well, as of now, if you watch a replay, she might not be working there.
Right.
Because she gets different contracts.
Different contracts, yeah.
But right now, she is on Utopia and the ice show, and you could just feel the energy in these people.
Yeah.
Number one, I feel bad because this is such a short cruise. They are doing double the shows, right, for the amount of days in the thing. So, like, if you're on a 7-day, they might do 3 shows a week.
More shows per day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you could tell they're kind of getting a little worn out.
Yeah.
But they were still trucking it, and they still had a smile on their face, and they were still into it.
Yes, and they still landed all of the stunts they did and all the performances. It was top notch. The music was nice. I like the special effects that were timed to the skating choreography, and it was every time we watch this ice skating show. Keep in mind, guys, I don't even know how to ice skate. I'm not a big outside of the ships. I have zero interest in comes with ice skating. I don't know anything about ice skating. But when it comes to the ice skating shows in Royal, they always deliver. They always are very entertaining.
Yeah.
So that was that one. So then the next one was we only saw a part of the theater show when it was like a song and dance kind of show.
And we heard the end was the best part.
And the ending was the best part. And you made me like get out of it.
We had to leave. We didn't even get to see it.
They had like drones and stuff. I didn't see it. But
you just gave it away.
But
you
still,
gave it away. Sorry, guys.
But,
she says agreed about the show.
But the theater show, what were your thoughts? Because we did watch like the first half of it. What are your thoughts?
I thought it was kind of lame for Royal Caribbean because, we've been in the Broadway shows with Grease and Mamma Mia, and what was the other one we saw?
We saw like Magicians and Carnival.
Yeah, this one was kind of not.
We saw a string quartet in Celebrity, Carnival Celebration.
Yeah, so this one wasn't your normal Royal show, so I was.
It was like, so okay, it's song and dancing, right? No acrobatics. There you do have some people doing. I forgot what it's called when they hang in with the rings and sing for like a brief minute, but it's mostly singing and dancing. We're not really into that. That could be your vibe. If you like that kind of stuff, you'll enjoy it. The part I did like,
it was loud.
It was very loud, but the part I did like is they did throw a lot of special effects in terms of lasers, in terms of projection of the background and the background sets. And how the stages moved.
Mr. Technical over here.
I do, yeah. They threw a lot of
technology. All the technical stuff and not the actual
And
show.
I would have enjoyed the ending too if I would have seen it. But bottom line, they do try to decorate it so that they try to at least keep your attention. So there's that when it comes to the technical special effects. But if that doesn't really do anything for you, then yeah, chances are you're probably going to be a little bit on the bored side. And watching the singing and the dancing.
And the Aqua show.
Now then the last show we saw, it was.
I thought that Aqua show was the best Aqua show out of any Royal we have been on.
Yes, and keep in mind, we have seen quite a bit of elaborate shows and a lot of different.
That was the best Aqua show.
We have seen other Aqua shows too. In May, we saw the Allure of the Seas Aqua show, which was quite amazing as well.
And so back to that. The ice show on this was good, but I want to say the ice show on Allure was better.
You think so?
I think so. I think it was better.
Okay.
But this one, the Aqua show was better.
The Aqua show was better, but keep in mind though that, and you'll see this in the future vlog post, is we got seating right in the splash zone of it. Am I boring you?
No, okay? I was holding it in.
They're like,
yeah, we were in the second row.
Yeah, we were in the second row. We got there because that was the only seats that were left because people got there so early. And I was at first I was a little hesitant. Like, are we really going to get really soaked on this? I don't know about this. And what if the show's boring? We have to leave, and we're going to be bailing like halfway through a performance. But I'm glad that we sat there because you hardly get any water on
you. You don't get as wet as you would on Splash Mountain on the
Disney World. Sprayed on you. So I highly recommend doing it. But the other part too is when you're so darn close to the auditorium area,
it feels like you're in the show.
It feels like you're in the show. Like you literally have acrobatics are coming right above your head as they do the wire act. You literally see the dancers, like I want to say 2-3 feet away from you as they dance by the pool and doing the dives. Bottom line, I love the theming. I love the stunts. I love the energy. It was just so over the top. What do you think about the theming? It was like 1980 style.
Well, and that's why I think I like the ice show on Allure better, because it was themed for the 80s.
Yes.
And then this Aqua show was themed for the 80s.
Yeah, so hit your demographic.
Yeah, I love the 80s.
Right. So, highly recommend watching that show. That's one of the things that I like about Royal Caribbean is they're so great when it comes to the shows. Usually the larger the ship, the better the budget and the better the shows, in my opinion.
So there was that show. Was there another show that we saw?
There was the comedian that we
didn't see. We didn't see the
comedian. I heard it was pretty decent though this time around. And I think that's
it. We didn't do the toga party because we were at a show during the toga party.
We did watch the what's it called? It's not Battle of the Sexes. It's the Sexiest Man competition on the Lido deck. What were your thoughts on that?
It was good.
They didn't do the belly flop competition. I don't think they could do it because of the size of the pool. I don't think.
Yeah, I kind of like the belly flop one better.
I like the belly flops too. But it was entertaining.
Yeah.
The Sexiest Man.
It was hot.
It was hot.
So hot.
So get there early if you want a shady spot. I heard they also had Battle of the Sexes in the theater. I'm boring you. It's okay. We're almost through this. Hang in there.
I was up at 3:00 this morning, you guys.
Worrying about the dog.
Yes.
So we heard that the Battle of the Sexes was decent as well. So they do have activities throughout the ship. But it goes to our point that there's so much. It's go, go, go. If you're going to do the 3-day, expect it not to be relaxing. Expect not to spend that much time in adult solarium. Expect
never to be in your room except to sleep.
Yeah, you're just going to be go, go, go. Just bring a lot of energy drinks.
And it's a lot of walking. It is a lot of walking as a big ship.
You expect to just, eat a lot of food and just inhale food just so you'll be able to make it to the next thing.
So we didn't do the fraternity party. We didn't get to do that.
There was that? The Greek party. You're talking about
the Greek party. No, there was a toga party and then there was a fraternity party.
What's the difference?
The fraternity party was like beer pong and
the beer pong. I don't want it. I don't like that's disgusting. Would you guys drink a beer after someone?
Hey, Stretch and Pete, thanks for coming in.
Touch the ball that went in. I don't know. Just doesn't seem sanitary. I
would have liked to see Bill do it.
I would pay to see that. Oh yeah, maybe next time we'll get on this.
So Bill ate at Playmakers and watched the Bucks beat the Lions.
Pulverize.
But he did say that the wings were the best wings at sea. Was at Playmakers. They looked good.
They looked good. And there was a lot of people there. People were enjoying it. They had different football games playing. It wasn't just one football game.
It was all the football games were playing there. It wasn't just...
I don't know. So you're saying that if they have good enough wings, that could justify them not establishing Sabor?
Now,
favorite Mexican.
I will have to say that was a big Playmakers compared to any of the other
it was big.
Oasis.
It was big.
A lot more TVs. They were lined. So you didn't even have to go into the restaurant to see the TVs. They lined the outside on the boardwalk. So you could just be sitting on the boardwalk and watch part of the game.
Yeah. You can even sit in Johnny Rockets across the boardwalk and watch the game. It was that close by. What is it?
That was the day Bill was cheering on the Bucks.
Oh, that's right. What's up with that, Bill?
They also played, so where the Aqua Theater is, there's a big screen TV, and they played one football game there as well on the big screen, but it was way too hot to be out there at that time.
Oh, there's another place we tried. The hot dog place.
Oh, yeah. We haven't tried the hot dog place on any of the other.
Because we keep running out of time.
But we ate
there. We ate there. I'm like, damn, it's surprisingly
good. Those were good hot dogs. They were very good hot dogs.
And not only that, it's not just hot dogs. They have different kinds of sausages, too. So they're very good wieners.
Yeah, so that was good. And then we... what else was different? I made a little cheat sheet here, but I think we've kind of covered almost. So we didn't even get to Giovanni's or the Mason Jar or any of
forget that.
Any of the paid restaurants.
That's the thing. Like I would not recommend booking a premium restaurant on a 3-day, right? Because
No.
you're not going to have
Because
time.
even the railway that we did, that was 2 hours.
That was 2 hours, and they do throw a lot of food at you.
Yeah, so we
And
didn't
we
get
were
to do anything
stuffed.
else that night for any of the shows.
Yes, and then you wanted to get an appetizer right before that restaurant. And so much food.
Yeah.
It was just.
So there was that.
a
And
lot.
and one night we didn't eat till like 8 or 9. So we went up to the buffet at like 5 and just got like an appetizer before the show because we had an early show that night.
Yeah.
So we ate an appetizer and then went to the buffet later and ate.
And you didn't have time to try the sushi place.
No, I didn't have time for the sushi to go, which I wanted to try.
You wanted to do that.
We did try the Rising Tide bar, which we haven't done on any of the others. So they have a bar that you can order drinks on, and it goes up to Central Park and then comes back down into the promenade. So that was kind of cool.
That was cool. That's like 3 decks, I think. It travels up and down.
Oh,
that was very slow.
And that was another thing. So we were sitting at the pizza restaurant in the promenade one night. It was probably like 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, this big party just starts right in front of us with the cruise director again. We've never had that on any royal ship.
Yeah, like suddenly they blew up this whole
stage.
What's the character called in Ghostbusters? The Pillsbury Doughboy, the Marshmallow Man. It's just this like 10-foot tall Marshmallow Man. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And then suddenly they just whip.
We thought it was a parade. We thought it was
going to be a parade because in the Lord of the Seeds they had a parade.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was that director again, Ricky coming out, and they danced the night away.
Yeah.
And they got everyone to dance. It was so high energy.
It was very high energy.
Yes.
So there was, and it was loud too. That was very loud. So if you have a inside promenade room, I don't know how you didn't hear that.
Or even a Central Park balcony.
Oh, that's a tip too. So Central Park, I will tell you, people were complaining about Central Park. And now I know why Central Park balconies on this ship are a lot more expensive than they were on Allure. Because you can see and hear the sail away party from your balcony in Central Park. Because the Lido deck is right above it, but it's open. So
you could probably participate in it through your balcony. Like I saw people dancing in their balconies while they were doing the sail away. Yes, Jennifer, thank you. That's the Stay Puft from Ghostbusters. Because they did the whole Ghostbuster theme. They did a bunch of like 1980s. Early 1990s soundtrack.
I'm just leaving on Bill was cheering on the Bucks because I want everybody
to poor Bill. Can't get a break.
So there was that. So a Central Park balcony, you can still hear and see the sail away party.
Yes, you can dance to it in the balcony. It was maybe next. Would you do it? Would you book a Central Park balcony in that ship?
I don't think so.
No, right?
I like my quiet. When I'm in my room, I want quiet. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But what do you thought about the promenade in general?
It was just like any other royal promenade. There was nothing different. Except for they had the parrot bar, but
the parrot bar, that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
They did have a lot of bars in general, over 17 of them throughout the ship.
Yeah, the lime and coconut. We went there. That was cool.
Yeah. We didn't even try any of the other bars. Like there was one in next to the adult solarium that's in the Lido deck. You know what I'm talking about? It was on the side.
Oh yeah, we didn't try.
We didn't even try that. That had like a really cool view. What about the adult solarium in and of itself? What are your thoughts there?
I like the adult solarium. We did the infinity hot tub in there. That was nice.
And the pool at the lower section.
Oh yeah, they had the little chairs,
lounge chairs,
the lounge chairs in the water that were cool.
Yes, and that.
So we laid on those for a little bit. That was cool.
It seemed like the adult solarium was one of the largest, I think.
No, it was like the Ovation one.
I think it's
similar to Ovation.
Really? Because it just seemed like it was more open. Maybe it's because they didn't have stuff in the middle.
So what they did do, you guys, I saw the inaugural, the Lido deck hot tubs, you were able to see through.
Yeah.
Some people got caught doing some stuff they weren't supposed to be doing in there, and now they're frosted. So you can't like see through the bottom of
they frosted them? That's interesting.
You notice they were frosted.
Oh.
Some people got caught.
They got caught.
And not only did they get caught, you could see those hot tubs from your room in Central Park.
Do they not realize there's like cameras covering every square inch of that place?
I don't know. I heard some stuff happened in there.
See, that's why you got to bring an invisible.
But now it's frosted.
Now it's frosted. So I guess that could be a good news or a bad news, depends upon.
And then Central Park, you got to be careful. Central Park and Boardwalk, just like any of the other Oasis ships, you are literally looking across to the room across from you. So you're not, there's not really any privacy like there. You would with just like a regular ocean view balcony.
The duck hiding and the finding, the ducks situation.
Did we? Oh, we found like 2 ducks. We didn't find a lot of ducks.
One duck. I found one duck. I found it.
Yeah, we did not find a lot of ducks.
But we did hide ducks, right? Yes, we did.
Yeah, we had ducks, but we did not find.
But it was hard. It was hard to hide them.
Well, not only that, there was always people looking for ducks. There was always people there. Every time we were in Central Park, we couldn't really hide them because people were going around looking for them.
The only place we could have hidden them was in that Central Park area, and that's pretty much it. But then everyone knew that was the only place you can hide them, so... And it was getting a constant stream of traffic.
Well, it wasn't the only place, but the common.
I don't know. I think it was one of the few places. But bottom line, like, as soon as you put a duck down, it was like gone.
It was gone. Later. Like you could see somebody right behind you and get it.
Yeah.
So she was saying you can see people changing. Yeah, that's how close the rooms are across from you. Yes. You can literally see across.
Yeah. That could be a show if you're into that kind of stuff, or
yeah.
They need to frost the balconies. How about that? Frost them. Just frost everything.
Cruise Nuts came in. Hello, Cruise Nuts. I forgot I was leaving this up.
Oh, yes. That's very important. Public announcement.
For Bill. Yes. So there was that. So yeah, the rooms, you gotta really be careful with the rooms because it's not like your ocean view where you have privacy. And so we did have 2, and we're almost out of time. So we did have 2 ports. The first one was Nassau. We did not get off in Nassau. We got off for like 2 minutes.
Just to take pictures.
We took a picture.
Yep.
And then we did get off in Coco Cay.
Yes.
And we were in Coco Cay with Allure. Not Allure. Was it Allure?
Yeah, it was in
No, we were there with Celebrity Reflection.
Yeah, in August.
So, and it seemed pretty empty. It wasn't hard to get a chair. It wasn't. That was the fastest place to get a drink was in Coco Cay.
Yes, it was. But we enjoyed it.
Yeah, we enjoyed Coco Cay.
It was the first time where we were able to actually swim inside that big main pool.
Usually it's freezing.
It's freezing, but I don't know if it was because of global warming or it's because of we decided to sail in September, but the temperature of the water was just perfect. It was just the perfect ever.
Yeah. So we were in the water for a little bit, the ocean water, and then we went up to the pool and did the pool.
And then we did some of the buffet area.
We did the buffet, and then we did the surf shack and got mozzarella sticks.
Even more food.
Yeah. So we were really, honestly, when we first planned this trip, we weren't even going to get off in Coco Cay. We were just going to get off, have lunch, and get right back on.
Yeah, because we knew it was going to be go, go, go.
But then once we got on the ship, it was just like any other Oasis ship. So I'm like, I'm not going to waste my day at Coco Cay doing stuff we've already done. So we
decided to like lay back and
ended up spending half the day out on Coco Cay.
I'm glad that we did because it didn't rain.
No,
it really was a perfect day. Unlike last time with the Reflection where it did rain.
Yeah, it was raining the whole time. So, and it didn't even feel that crowded, I didn't think.
And I managed to get on my GoPro a tropical fish swim by.
Oh, somebody told us there were sharks.
No, stingray.
Oh, was it stingray? Yeah. I freaked out and then
you did. That was enough. You're like, oh, enough of nature. I'm out.
So Jennifer says on our balcony, you can see the aqua show or the shows in the rooms.
Yes, because they were in the position of their balcony in the outside area.
So if you're lucky enough, you can see the shows from your balcony if you did a boardwalk.
It's one of those amazing aqua shows where you don't mind seeing it again, right? Because it was just
right. I could see it like 2 or 3 times because you're always going to miss something.
Yes, and it was just a lot to take in. But all in all, Thumbs up or thumbs down for Utopia? What do you think?
Yeah. Everybody who's been on Utopia in the chat, tell us, would you go on Utopia again? Minus the price. Minus the price.
Ignore the price. Ignore the price. What do you think?
I would go on it again if it was cheaper.
I thought we were doing the thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs up. I would do it again.
Jeez.
But it was not my favorite Utopia Oasis ship. It wasn't my favorite.
Your favorite Royal Caribbean ship so far?
Probably Allure.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Even though it hasn't been revamped.
I'm surprised you said that because of the whole dog situation, the dog attack thing.
Well, minus that. I'm talking about the ship itself.
Yeah, because you were not in the right mental state to enjoy that ship. That's I was trying to say. So for Allure.
Yeah, I really liked Allure.
You ever liked Allure? I liked Allure. Right.
And you guys, he was actually looking yesterday.
Yeah, don't tell him.
I'm not saying if we booked it or not, but he looked at Allure over in Barcelona for the.
We got to give it away
for the.
We might do it. I don't know. It's not just Barcelona though. It goes to Italy and
France
and I think Greece.
I think it does do Greece. So yeah, he even looked at that. So you never know. We could have booked that.
Maybe.
Cruise nut. Oh wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Let me scroll up. I have to take off the Bucks comment on the screen. Travel, yes. OEC said Ben hyped some old Oasis. Yeah, I think it was a little too hyped.
A little too hyped.
I agree.
But if you level set your expectations, you're gonna have a good time.
I agree. Warmstrong says he would do it again, minus the price and minus watching the Lions lose. Jennifer says I would do it again, but not the 3-day. We would do the 4-day or more.
Yes, I would.
I agree. I would probably do the 4-day. The 3-day was way too much.
I think like more days in general, you'll get a better price per day per person. That's what I feel like. Better deal.
Cruise nuts only on the Utopia or Icon if they go for 7-day cruise. If not, I'm not interested. So I will say cruise nuts, a lot of people on our sailing for the 3-day had just gotten off of what's Explorer. They had just got off Explorer of the Seas. So they did Explorer first and then did this on the back end. So that might be something if you ever do want to do Utopia for a 3-day, do the 5 or 6 or 7-day before and then hop on, because that's what those people were doing. Does Danny have the cruise bug?
No. The real reason is somebody gambled so much money that she got a bunch of credit and she needed to use that up today. No,
I still have the other one to use.
I'm talking about,
I still have one more.
I'm talking about the other cruise line.
Yeah.
So, and that kind of encouraged us to look sooner rather than later in booking something next year. That's it.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Then we got Allure is the most rundown. It's amazing how much wear and tear these ships. Allure looks like a bit shabby, no playmakers. So they are putting a playmakers on Allure. It's getting revamped.
It's gonna get revamped. But the thing is, like, even without the revamping, I still liked it. I still liked everything.
I loved it.
If they didn't revamp it, I would still be happy.
Wow, they gotta get rid of the little MP3 docking station.
The iPod docking station.
But they're getting rid of Sabor, and where Sabor is, they're putting in a playmaker.
I think that's a downgrade for me. I like Sabor.
And it's February, I think it's getting revamped. It was supposed to be revamped during the pandemic, but it got delayed.
Who knows? I mean, at first with the guys trip, I was thinking about Lord of the Seas, but I knew you would be jealous.
I would be so mad.
You would be so mad. You'd be like, no, you're not going.
I'm still trying to fit in time to go on it before they revamp it. That's what I'm trying.
Let us know if there's any folks out there that want to go with Sherry on the Lord of the Seas so she can try El Sabor one last time before they rip it out. And
I heard Laura. Oh, so I hit a jackpot on Utopia.
You did.
I did
On
the
the last
last
day.
night, and I didn't know this. So if you win over a certain amount of money, you're supposed to have your license with you, and
Oh, I didn't
they
know
need
that.
your license. I
Is
never
that
take
is
my
that
license.
why you were texting me like crazy?
Yeah, I never take my license to the casino. So if you win a certain jackpot, you have to show your license, and they do the whole.
And then the reason why she didn't put that money back was it was really at like the last hour of the last day.
I took my money and I ran.
Yeah.
And the lady yelled at me because I guess she had been playing on that machine all day trying to win the jackpot.
Yeah.
And then she got up. I don't know why she got up, but then I sat there, and then she was at the bar and saw I won and came up and was like, I've been on that thing all day, blah, 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 blah.
And she smoked her cigarette and just wobbled her way
I
out.
have to say that the casino did not smell that smoky in there.
It was a big casino.
Yeah, it was a very big casino.
One of the biggest casinos yet, I think.
But it didn't seem too smoky.
It wasn't too smoky. Mm-hmm. Now the smokeless casino section, that was tiny.
That was tiny. But that was tiny in Allure too.
Yeah. It's crazy that these shits have 2 casinos. That's crazy to say.
Well, Celebrity, they don't let you smoke in the casino, and it's just one big casino.
Oh, really? So all the cigar smokers are
yeah, you can't smoke in the casino in Celebrity. Speaking of Italy, Sunday, November 10th.
What were you planning?
Oh, yeah, we'll be here.
What were you planning, Scrooge? What's going on?
He's doing a transatlantic from Italy to Tampa.
Ooh, is that like one of those 14-dayers or 12 days?
I don't know how many days it is, but he's going to be in Tampa on the 10th before he flies out. He wants to do brunch.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So, yeah, originally we were not going to be here because we were going to be on Beach Please. They're going to be on Paradise. We were thinking of doing that.
Oh, are they not doing their thing?
No. They're doing it. We're not doing it.
Oh.
Yeah. So originally, no, we would not have been here, but we will be here. We are not doing it.
Gotcha.
Unless.
What?
Good night, Will G. Thank you for coming in. It was a big casino. I did good in the non-smoking casino. Oh, we didn't even play in the non-smoking one on this one. So Jennifer won some money too. Hey, Fearless Rambler, thanks for coming in. Scrow's Nest says, sounds good. So you're going to be getting in early, Scrow's Nest. You'll probably be in here at like 9. It might be earlier than brunch. We'll be doing breakfast.
In the morning? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Mary Ellen, thanks for coming in. We're just talking about Utopia. So all in all,
it was a good time.
It was a good time. I'm really upset because we didn't get to spend time with the group.
It was a fairly large group.
It was, and it was just so quick. I feel like even when we were on the celebration last year with Beach Please and Adventures Ahead group cruise, there were so many people we didn't get to spend enough time. But this one, we didn't get to spend enough time because there was just so much going on in a matter of 3 days.
Shows, the ports, and the group, yeah.
So, I mean, we did see people in the last one, but this one we really barely saw anybody.
Next time, the non-group group cruise has to be on a boring ship. That's what you're saying?
No, we're not doing that. But so yeah, that was the only thing I really missed on this one, was not getting to see like Jennifer and who else? Bill and M&T. I saw one time. I saw Cruise Vet one time. So Bill, you always just walk by Playmakers, and there was Bill watching football, but I think I saw Bill the most. All In is Royal's best variety show. We didn't see.
That was All In. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay. So I would go on it again. I just wouldn't spend that much money for a 3-day again. Once they lower the price, I would do it.
They lower the price over time?
Eventually they will. I mean, Wonder's prices dropped, and now it's going down to a 3 or 4 day.
What about Icon?
Oh, God, that's ridiculous. I am not paying that. I know people were trying to sell us the Star of the Seas. I'm not.
No way.
I'll wait. We knew to find Bill at Playmakers. Yep, Bill would be at Playmakers.
Playmakers is his house's hangout spot.
So then after the cruise, just real quick, and we'll get off of here. After after the cruise, we came home for 3 days, 4 days, and then we left and did a weekend at Disney.
At Disney, and spent even more money. Oh my God, we spent an insane amount of money.
Yeah.
Well, you did. And we enjoyed the Food and Wine Festival in Epcot.
Yeah, and we did it with some of the people that were on this cruise that did it back-to-back. And then after that, we had the hurricane.
And then we had the hurricane, and that kept us busy too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been fairly go as of late.
Yeah. So that's why we haven't really been
we're
live.
counting the lull. You know what that lull is? My birthday.
Planning concerts now in addition to cruises. Looks like a weekend in Florida is needed. Well, come on down, Mary Ellen. We're here.
Yep.
I'm not paying Utopia prices either. Yeah, I wouldn't. And honestly, we actually got a good deal because going back now and looking at prices on Utopia, forget it. We didn't even pay close to that. And I still thought we paid enough. So people are paying it.
People are paying. That's the part that makes me worried is that, demand is going up. Mm-hmm. There's limited supply, and that means prices are going to keep going up. I heard over the news that Carnival, they're not really planning to make any more ships. So.
No, they are now. I think they announced they are now.
They are now? No, I only heard only one.
No, Mary Ellen, tell us because you keep up.
I heard that they were at pretty much capacity. That's what I heard, and that's why I expect prices to go up. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. It must be true if I heard it in the internet. Internet doesn't lie.
Mary Ellen Estero, that's near Naples, I think. That's about 3 hours from us. There are several in the pipeline. See, I told you.
Really?
Yes.
But aren't they far away?
At least 4 in order.
We'll reach retirement before then? I don't know.
I don't know. Are you retiring soon that I don't know about?
If we keep hitting more of those jackpots.
Oh, she told you the internet is wrong, Danny.
Damn. All right. Excuse me. But yeah, I heard they were at capacity. That's what I heard.
So coming up, we have, and Danny will be going on a group cruise, a guy's cruise coming up here soon. So that's his next adventure.
Yeah.
While I'm home nursing the dog from his surgery. And then
we will be nursing the dog.
Well, then you leave. And then
like that.
And then we have Thanksgiving for the Ascent.
The Ascent, yeah.
So those are the next 2 adventures cruise. We have coming up. 2 more Excel class, 2 larger after that. See?
I don't know. We're going to have to check sources on that.
Together we travel. Thanks for coming in. So we want to thank you guys so much for coming in with us tonight to talk about Utopia. We will not be live next week because Cash is getting his surgery next Tuesday. So, hold on. Mary Ellen has a question. Which ship are you going on, Danny? So why don't you tell them?
Independence of the Seas.
He's going on Independence. We've already been on that one.
We've already been on that, but the part that gets interesting is we're going to Haiti. Lavadi.
Yeah, they just reopened
After they reopened,
or they're reopening it this month or something like that.
And all the stuff that's going on there, so that'll be interesting. But I heard that that there's tight security on that place. Mm-hmm. We'll see.
So he will be on Independence. We were looking at Independence for Norway, but I've already done it. He's doing it again, so I don't want to do that for Norway. So we're on to plan B for Norway. But Norway might have to wait.
We'll see. Oh, you're giving the spoilers.
Oh, okay. So anyhow, we will not be live next Tuesday due to the dog, but we'll be back the week after, and we'll have some cruise announcements.
All right.
Announcements. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming in, and we'll see you guys soon.
All right. Peace
out. Bye.